Now this goes out to all of my beautiful people. I'm J-Star, you know it's nice to meet ya. 7:45 a.m., catch me on the Morning Meetup, hosted by David Shands.
Today's conversation is in measuring your progress. So when I start to talk in the morning, like the first thing, we're like, okay, how was our weekend? Or how was our yesterday? Or if Friday comes, we say something like, how was the week? Like, how did you do? And some people say, well, I had a good day. Well, my next question is when someone had a good day or had a good week, is what are we measuring that off of? What are we basing a good week off of or a good day? How do you know you had a good day? I think Ice Cube did a good job of kind of explaining it because he was able to detail all the stuff that happened that equated to a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. I won in dominoes, okay? Craps, I took all their bread, right? The chick that he been wanting to holler at, you know what I'm saying? She showed up some Ice Cube just detailed what a good day looked like, right? So when we say we had a good day or we had a good week or how's business? Oh, it's going good. What are we basing it off of? What are we basing it off of? A lot of people, we can't like really detail. It just feels good. But today we got to start talking about measuring our progress so that we can know if we're on track or we're off track. So me and Donnie had a whole podcast. We're talking about we're having a 7-figure year, okay? First 7-figure year, okay? I can be open and honest about it. I haven't hit 7 figures yet in 1 year, but this year's it's going really, really good. But it's only based on the fact that I'm measuring the progress. So every month I started talking to Donnie and we start having this conversation. How's it going? How's it look? Are we on track? Are we off track? But we can only measure it if number one, so I'm getting into the training today. Number one, we must have a predetermined destination. Number one, we've got to have a predetermined destination. We cannot measure progress if we don't have a predetermined destination. So some of us are starting our businesses or we're rolling in our businesses and we think we're doing good, but we might be making some progress, but there's no way to measure it because we don't have a predetermined destination. Predetermined destination means, and I'm not even talking about numbers right now, it could say something to the sort of, my goal is to have 100 followers on my business page, but your goal might be 100. By when? So the question is, what by when? Let's write that down. What by when? If we're going to start measuring progress, we need to have a predetermined destination. And the question is, what by when? What are we going to accomplish by when? So if we're saying, yo, I want to make $1 million, it's still incomplete. Because how do I know if I'm on track or off track? If I just say I want to make $1 million, period, and there's no when. Heck, you think about it, I made $1 million already. A lot of you guys, if you think about it, if you work 10 years and you make $100,000 a year, you made $1 million. If you work 20 years at $50,000 a year average, you made $1 million. Congratulations. You work 30 years and you make $33,000, you made $1 million. Congratulations. But how do we know if we're on track or off track? So you might have been at your, I know some people that have been at a job for 30 years making $40,000, meaning they made $1.2 million, but they wouldn't consider themselves on track, would they? They would. Why? Because there has to be a what by when. Also, some people got the win right. I have the win. I'm going to be in the military for, 20 years? 20 years is like retirement age. I know some people make the goal of the win. The win is 20 years. But we don't have the what we're going to accomplish by the 20 years. You're not the whole journey. You're not going to feel like you're on track. But if you say, by the time I get out of the military in 20 years, I want to have 4 investment properties, I want to have X amount of dollars saved, and I want to set up some sort of residual income that's going to match my check right now outside of my military career. Now we can see halfway in, if the goal is 4 investment properties by the end of 20 years, in 10 years, we should have what? We should have 2 investment properties. Because now we can say, oh, we're on track. But we got to start to measure the progress. Okay, so what will you accomplish by when? Set the goal that are within your control. Here's one hack, especially for newer entrepreneurs. Set a goal that is within your control. By the end of the week, what can you accomplish that's inside your control? What's in your control? I have some contractors right now that are we're finally, golly, I bought this building in September. We finally got approved to start the construction 2 weeks ago. Get this though, my mortgage on the building is $2,700 a month. Meaning I paid $2,700 September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May 1st. Looks like June 1st. Gonna have to pay it again. I have certain goals. I know when I want to complete it, but it's so outside of my control. If that was my major goal, I'd be so discouraged because I can't control that. I can't control it. The only thing I can control is every Friday I'm taking an account. I'm taking account. My goal is I need an update every Friday. I'm gonna call every Thursday. Every Wednesday, Thursday, until I know what's going on. And I think the problem is I did not have a what by when in terms of what I can control. But outside of that, that's like a kind of a different situation. But your goal needs to be something that you can control. So sometimes we can't necessarily control someone buying from us. So you might say, well, I want to make $1,000 this week. Well, until you like really dial in on your customer and your client and understand how this thing works and your averages and things of that nature, you can't control someone taking money out of their pocket and paying you. However, what you can control is how many Instagram lives you do selling your product, how many people you talk to. So the goal might not be $1,000 per week. Your goal might be, I'm going to try to make a sale of 10 people per day. You can control that. So if that is the case over 7 days, you should have asked 70 people to buy your product or service. So if you ask 20 people by Thursday, you're off track. If you're at 35 by Wednesday, by the middle of the week or whenever your middle of the week is going to be, you can say, okay, I'm able to measure the progress because I know how much, 70, by when? Next Friday or Monday or whatever your day is going to be. But what that will produce when you start measuring that type of activity and not necessarily measuring the success of it. Hold on, let me mute that. When you start measuring that, you'll get better data because you'll start to realize, oh wow, every week I'm starting to ask 70 people, and it seems like out of the 70, I'm selling 5. I get it. Oh, I did it week 1. I asked 70, sold 5. Week 2, I asked 70, sold 5. Week 3, I asked 70, sold 4. Week 4, or the next week, I asked 70, sold 6. My average is about 5. What do I need to do if I want to start selling 10? Come off mute. I just want to hear it. Just come off mute. What do I have to do? If I want to start selling 10.
Ask 140.
Double it.
140.
Double your effort.
You got to double it.
I just got to double the activity.
Come on, Dave.
That's how we start to measure the progress. Listen, on Friday, I think tomorrow, my man Dave, he's going over. Yo, first off, if you're not, let me talk to Instagram real quick. If you're not in the morning meetup, you need to join right now because my man Dave is going to break down. Yo, he taught me so much about ads where you can literally dictate people's activity. He starts jumping into this ad stuff. David, are you on? Is David on right now? Is David here? David? Kimani, are you here?
If he's not, I'll speak for him. Dave's a monster.
Oh, he's an animal. He's an animal. Yo, he's literally telling us how much we're going to make before we make it. Because he's measuring the product. Yo, if he doesn't have the numbers, if there's so many things, he'll delay, and we had this real situation. Our ads are working. But he didn't like the way that he couldn't track certain metrics. In my head, I'm saying, well, if the ads are working, let's just spend more money. That makes sense to me in my head. If the ads are working, if we spend more money, we'll make more money. He says, we can do that. And you're right. But I need to be able to track the whole journey of the person, because there's a sale and then there's more sales. And he says, no, I need to figure out how to track that. It's not about the making the money. I need to know. I need the numbers, because he's tracking it. And once you start the activity, and he said, when he first started, he said, listen, when we start running these ads, don't expect to make any money for 30 to 60 days. I'm going to tell you right up front, I just want you to get in your mind that you're going to spend a bunch of money with no result. Now, it didn't happen that way. We actually started making money immediately. And he was surprised at how good he was. But he said, the first little while is learning. We need to learn it. We need to figure out what's working, what's not working. So when you start asking these 10 people a day, you're learning the buying habits, and then you're getting better. Okay, so set some stuff that you can control up front. Okay. All right. Okay. Number two. So at number one, I gave a lot in number one, but number one was you got to have a predetermined destination. What will be accomplished by when. Number two, you need to position that goal in front of you and around you. You got to put that goal in front of you and around you. Make the goal public. If you don't have a daily reminder of this goal somehow, you'll probably fall off, unless you're a special type of person. But for the large majority of us, if we're not reminded of the goal, we'll never keep going. We'll remember the first day we set the goal. Second, third, we'll fall off. But by the fourth, by the middle of the week, it's over. You need to position that goal somewhere that you can see it on a regular basis, or somebody's going to remind you. What's going on, family? David Shands. I want to give you a special invitation to the Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com. It is the only organization that gathers every single morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we help you learn entrepreneurship, grow as an entrepreneur, become an entrepreneur, or you just get to be in an environment, a network of all entrepreneurs. Literally hundreds of entrepreneurs gather on a Zoom call every single morning, Monday through Friday. Okay, so I want to give you a special invitation to help grow your business and your brand all this year, okay? Every single day. You eat every day for your health. You brush your teeth every day for your hygiene. I need you to learn and grow every single day for your mindset, okay? So make sure you go to themorningmeetup.com. It is only $1 trial. You don't need a promo code. Just go $1, themorningmeetup.com. Check it out. If you like us, stay. If not, after that, it's $79 a month. But I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy yourself, okay? So go to themorningmeetup.com. I love y'all. See you in the morning. Do y'all know, and this is all honesty, the only reason you guys are in this community, the Morning Meetup, is because I had a goal to wake up early every day. I was waking up like 10, 11 o'clock every day. Remember, my brand is Sleep is for Suckers. So my whole career, my body was so used to working all night. And then sometimes not even working all night. It's just up all night. I'm just up. You ever just be up? I'm just up doing random stuff, just till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I said to myself, and I would be up until like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I would wake up at 10, 11 o'clock. And I honestly thought that was cool, because I remember one of my mentors says, one of the reasons he wanted to be successful is so that he could wake up when he wakes up and not dictated off of an alarm clock. He said, I just want to wait. He said, true success is me waking up when I wake up. When my body wakes up, that's when I get up. No responsibility in the morning. And I adopted that. But I said, you know what? There's so much I need to get accomplished. I mean, 11 o'clock, half the day is gone. So if I get up at 11, I don't actually get out of the house till 1. And I'm losing so much time. It's just so much time just being slept on. So I told, we still had the coaching community, but we would meet like once or twice a week in the evenings. So I made a Facebook post in the group and I said, yo, I want to jump on a call with y'all. This is extra. This is outside of what they pay for. I said, I want to jump on a call tomorrow morning at 9:15. 9:15. I was going to do 9, but I was like, I need that extra 15 minutes. I said, I'll wake up at 9 and I'll kind of just shake myself off. And then 9:15, I'm ready to talk to some people. So I said 9:15 and they jumped on. I said, oh, that felt good. And then by the time we got off the call at 10 o'clock, I was like, wow, I'm charged up. I'm ready to get going. So we did that for a few weeks, about a month or so. And then I said, yo, listen, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Instead of 9:15, I remember they were paying for, I think it was Sunday night and Wednesday night, we would have calls. And that would be the coaching community. I said, yo, you know what? Let's do it again tomorrow and again tomorrow. And it went on for a few weeks. And I said, yo, let's push it back to 8:15. Do you know that some people quit? They just left because it was like, yo, 8:15, I'm comfortable with the 9:15. I'm cool with that. 8:15, I said, let's do it. I'm ready. So that happened for years. We just never stopped it. You know, what's crazy though, as we started sending out this reminder at 7:45, and I realized that y'all was jumping on at 7:45. So I got on at 7:45. And now we have the book club conversation at 7:45. But the only reason I was able to just eliminate that habit of waking up at 11 o'clock is because I told other people, listen, meet me here. Now I'm obligated. You got to put it around you somewhere. And now I've adopted the lifestyle. Say, yo, we'll make the whole program wrapped around this 8:15, 7:45 call. Next year, we'll start at 6:45. Hey, calm down, key player. Cool out, player. Just slow. You get out of hand, okay? Not yet. Let me get myself together, okay? I just now mastered the waking up at 6:30. So I wake up at 6:30 now, and I actually read before the call. I was reading at night, but I'm like, yo, this is just a journey for me, okay? I know we have to read by 7:15, by 7:45, so I wake up at 6:30. Anyway, the point is, position the goal in front of you and around you, okay? You got to create some sort of daily accountability. Accountabilities partners are just huge, man. So number three, create the big goal into checklists. Okay, we're still talking about measuring progress. You need to create that big goal into checklists of everything you need to do. So your goal might be to, I want to have my website and my sales funnel done, complete, right? That's the goal. Well, if you really, really want to knock out that goal, what will be advantageous to you is to create it in checklist. So in the event that you have to do an email funnel and a website, you need to figure out, okay, I got to complete the brand. I got to get the brand colors for the website. What is going to be the domain name? How many emails need to be written? If 30 emails need to be written, how many do I do this day? I did the first set. I did the second set. I did the third set. I did the fourth set. Everything that you need to do in this big goal, break it down into a little checklist. Because if you have, you'll find that you'll have a checklist of 30 things. And every day you're checking them off. Now, if you have a checklist of 30 things that you need to accomplish by the week and you're done 15 by the middle of the week, you're on track. And I can come on here and say, how was your week? And you say, yo, it's going great. And here's why. Here's the supporting evidence on why I'm saying I'm having a great week. Most people have no supporting evidence on how they're doing great because there's no checklist. There's absolutely no checklist. So let's create a checklist of everything that needs to be accomplished. Every big goal, every goal is going to have little stuff in there that you have to do. It's not just you have a goal and you just go after the goal. There's little milestones, everything. Somebody give me an example of you having a goal and there's no checklist. Come on, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Come on, somebody. And it may be something I haven't thought of. Anybody? No?
Monetary goals.
Monetary goals. Great. So monetary goals, there's no checklist.
Yeah, she told me. She told me checking cash and I didn't have enough cash on me.
Get that. So if there's monetary goals, there's no checklist?
Oh, there's definitely a checklist.
Oh, it's called a budget.
Definitely a checklist. Every goal, there's a checklist. There's a bunch of things that need to happen for you to make this thing happen. But if we don't have the checklist, it's a whole bunch of stuff in our head and we get frustrated and confused and we stop. There's a checklist. I'm telling you. Okay, cool. All right, so number four. You need to try to find some productivity hacks. You need to find some productivity hacks. Parenting. Yes, there is a checklist. If you want to be a parent, there's a checklist. You gotta find somebody you like. You gotta. Never mind. I'm not gonna reply to it. Find a productivity hack. So we, you know what? We read Atomic Habits. Somebody give me a productivity hack.
Environment, like set up the right environment.
Habit stacking.
Make it obvious.
These are all productivity hacks. There's like, and here's the thing. You know your triggers. You know what inspires you. You know what motivates you. You know your habits. You know your vices. You know what your lifestyle's like. You need to figure out something that is a specific hack for you. So I have to compare, let's just say going into the gym, and I've been doing really, really good. So going into the gym, I pair it with content. I'm going to create some content when I'm in the gym. And that typically, if I'm at home, first off, I don't want to go. I don't ever want to go. I've never said to myself, oh man, I want to go to the gym. I can't wait. I hate it. I really, really do. You know what? I think in a book, I'm supposed to stop identifying with that, right? Oh, I love going to the gym. My bad. Okay. Help me fix my language, bro. Thank you. Anyway, I have to think to myself, well, this is a good way to create some content. So I'll go to the gym. I hate it. I love it. I gotta fix it, but I'm sorry.
Start about myself.
I love going to the gym. I love it.
Are you good?
Nothing better in the world than going to the gym. But anyway, you gotta find your own productivity hacks. Okay, I'm gonna leave that up to you. What is something that you can do or implement that will help you stay on track to getting towards this big goal? Anybody got any productivity hacks that works for you?
So for me, with reading, I associate it with sleeping every night. So before I go to bed every night, I got to read, even if it's 2 pages. Sometimes I'm tired just because of when I get home, but
sure.
Mine is reading with sleeping. So if I read 2 pages or 10 pages, I'm reading before I go to bed.
I do that too. You know what? I keep the book by my bed. Because sometimes I read a little bit before, like last night I read a little bit before because the book's by my bed. If the book was downstairs in my office, would I ever read? Of course not. Not to the morning.
Atomic Habits.
Let me get y'all number five. Then we'll open it up because we have a few minutes. You need to find some daily motivation. Hold on real quick. Let me talk to Instagram. You need to find some daily motivation. Come to themorningmeetup.com. It's daily motivation. It's dope. But for you all, you need to find some sort of daily motivation. You got to keep feeding yourself some sort of inspirational word. And some people, they don't really get into motivational speakers and stuff like that. And I didn't for a while. But when you hear somebody who has something powerful to say, it's very, very inspiring, especially if you hear it on a regular basis. I just got to hear it. You need to find some sort of daily motivation, okay? Because you might not like reading like that. Or I think you guys have really, really, especially people who come onto this call every single day, how does it change you? It makes you feel a little bit different than just waking up, getting into the world. We've created daily inspiration, daily motivation, seeing everybody win, seeing everybody like with the activity. And we have a special word for you every single day, something that's going to inspire you to keep going. You need to find some sort of daily motivation. And I would definitely start to audit the things that we let into our brain, because you might have like daily depression triggers. You might have like some daily lazy triggers. Like when you sit there and watch TV, you know that's going to be a trigger that's going to keep you on the couch or watching those series. People are starting to imitate, man. I'm going through this right now. I'm seeing how my daughter is emulating the characters that she watches every day. And it's shaping her. So we got to figure out how to get out of that. Like, so and that's, I don't have an answer just yet, but let's get into these hands. All right, Instagram, I got to go because we getting into, the conversation.
Come join the most amazing live mentorship and accountability group for entrepreneurs every morning.
Let's go.
The Morning Meetup. Do you have a business idea you need to get off the ground? Do you currently work a 9-to-5 and are looking for supplemental income? Come and network with like-minded individuals and take your business to the next level. Every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with David Shands and friends. Try the Morning Meetup today for just $1. Head over to themorningmeetup.com. That's themorningmeetup.com.